nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
And we're back. Before we start this video, I want to go over a few things real quick. As time goes on, when you build figures, and especially with Lego, you acquire new parts, you learn new techniques. So I decided to go back and update a few of my older figures, and instead of making a whole video for them like I did with tracks, I'm just going to go over a few of them real quickly. So the next time I update a set of figures, we'll look at them. So we'll look at these guys in a second. So real quickly, we'll start with the Decepticons. Here's Dropkick, fairly old figure by now. Okay, sorry about that. I heard a random noise and I had to go back and take care of it. Anyway, here's Dropkick. He's got some new headlights. They're a lot thinner than the original ones I had on him. They're more accurate to the movie car. I think it was a 73 AMX that he turned into. AMC Javelin. You should be familiar with it. It's basically AMC's version of the Mustang. And the Camaro if they had a baby. But anyway, that's irrelevant. So there's Dropkick. So that's the only thing that's changed is the headlights. That's about it. Next is Knockout. I finally got color matching fenders. So that's nice. I also fixed his head so color matches as well. It's always a nice thing. Now for the Autobots, here's my personal favorite. Here's Cliff Jumper. Gave him a much more angular bumper, as well as kind of fixed the hood a little bit. Nothing too different. I also gave him a more pointed face, so that's nice. But yeah, there's Cliff Jumper. Oh wait, and he has taillights now instead of those blacked out taillights he had before. Who else did I update? Oh, last one before we get to the actual video. Yep, Swindler. Gave him a bigger hood scoop like the actual DeGorean had, and yellow clear tanks. No real reason, they just looked cool. So yeah, that's nice. Not much else has changed on him, so if you want to go see that review, you can, because that's literally the only difference is just the hood scoop. That's about it. Alright, so here we have Sideways and Sideburn. So, this is an interesting one. These are basically the same character. Allow me to explain. You see, Sideways basically starts as a Decepticon, but then through some intense events in my little story that I'm writing, and his encounter with the Autobot Fembot Greenlight, who in my story is a muscle car. Let's go get her real quick, actually. Anyway, so here's Greenlight. So yeah, basically he runs into her, and then she convinces him, oh no, you should join the Autobots, this isn't right. He starts to grow conscience, and then decides to take on a new name, and a new vehicle form. Which would be this figure, and then he goes by the name Sideburn. But anyway, all that aside, we'll look at the silver one. It should be chrome in reality, but I'll get to that in a second. So, as you can see, he's a silver sports car, or at least it's supposed to be silver. He is based off the Chrome Rattler from Saints Row 4, which is ultimately, in my opinion, the game that destroyed the Saints Row franchise. Yes, he's based off the Chrome Rattler, which by itself resembles a Dodge Viper from the early 90s. Mixed with a Miata, or at least I like to believe it's mixed with a Miata, just because of how small the car is in the game. My Lego model does not do it justice, but because it is a Transformer, there's the nature of that. So yeah, here he is in car mode. Pretty nice. Tried to do the best I could with this. The car is a lot longer than I would like it to be, but given the nature of these figures, it is what it is. But anyway, when he becomes an Autobot under the name Sideburn, he turns into a Blue Viper GTS. And yeah, so because of the drastic vehicle change, well, drastic, because technically the GTS is a different car, different shape, yeah, but here he is as the GTS model. Completely different figure, is not built the same, which is good, because in my story, logically, if you take on a new form that's slightly different or majorly different, it affects transformation. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the transformations of both of these. Anyway, so let's start with his first version, how he starts out as the Decepticon under the name Sideways. So let's stand him up. You can't see that. There we go. We're going to fold these shoulder guards down. Actually, no. Fold... Well, you didn't even know those were shoulder guards, but whatever. I spoil everything for myself. Of course I do. Anyway, fold that hood up. Rotate this around. Alright. Pull this forward. Okay. We're almost there. He's missing something. Ah, here we go. He was missing his arm guards. I don't know how I forgot to put those back on, but I was doing something with them earlier that required taking them out. Anyway, there's his arms. And then we just split the legs. Oh, there it is. And just stand him up. And he should be good. Now what makes him interesting is I couldn't really find the correct shade for his face, so I basically just used smoky clear plastic for his face. So he is technically my only figure with a clear face, which, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of amusing. So we can get a better look at that. Yeah, and he's got red eyes, so that's nice. But yeah, he has a clear face, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, that's irrelevant. So yeah, there's Sideways. Let's get to him in his Autobot form when he left the Decepticons and joined the Autobots as Sideburn. Alright, so yeah, let's take one last good look at him before we forget about his existence as he fades away into this channel. Anyway, he's got really nice legs too. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, Sideburn. Yes, modeled after the Viper GTS. He is in the classic blue and white paint job that the original car came in. Ironically, he was actually a Viper GTS in the RID show. I think it was RID. Yeah, it was RID. And he was also a Viper GTS that was blue, but he had like this weird Trax style flame job on the hood, which is interesting. Yeah, as you can see, he has this very Trax style weird decal, very similar to the Generation 1 version of Trax. Before you ask, this is used, and yes, it's very old. That's why it stays in car mode. Anyway, let's transform him. So yeah, so with this one, he's not as shell former as the original figure, which if you've ever transformed the original RID Sideburn, it is a nightmare, and I refuse to ever do it again because I don't want to break that thing. It scares the everlasting crap out of me, and I don't want to break it. Oh, no, it goes this way. So yeah, it kind of folds back like this, makes this nice little backpack, covers up all that crap back there. Pull his arms out, and you want to, oh wait, you need to split the legs. If I can remember how to do it. Oh, it was just a clip, okay. And then you fold the feet out like that, kind of like Sunstreaker's feet, and then he should be able to stand. Ooh. And you can't see him. That's not a good thing. But yes, there's Sideburn in his robot mode, and I like him. I really like him. He turned out a lot better than I was expecting him to. And let's put him next to his past self. Why does he look taller for some reason? That doesn't look right to me. That's really freaking me out. Oop, that one's supposed to come out. Oh no, he's not taller. He just looks taller for some reason. It's probably the brighter colors, or the fact that he won't stand. And it's really starting to piss me off, actually. Anyway, there he is. In all his blue GTS glory. And he really doesn't want to stand today. Let's put him back like that. There we go. Yep, there they are. Or him, technically, because he's the same figure / character, just different car mode. Alright, that should do it. And, yeah, that's about it.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!